Y'all, the universe is out to get us today.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where the tea is piping hot and we're always ready to spill, sometimes with a new logo. Oh, up there. Oh. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here with just some water. Just water as always. But today, I added some lemon juice to my water. Because digestive health or something. It's like something about like digestive health or something. I added a cucumber in yesterday. It was pretty good.
Ooh, fancy. And hello. I am Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, drink the tea, spill the tea. And if you got tea, give it to me because I love it. And, you know, I'm with you, Logan. Just water today. Nothing special.
Sometimes it's just a cup of water.
Just water. It's good.
But our second to last episode recap for American Song Contest.
Who knew?
I'm kind of glad it's almost over. Because, like, the songs have been great, but the contest itself has been a bit of a mess.
I agree. It's been interesting, to say the least. I hope if they get another season of this, which I think they should, they learn from the mistakes and try to fix them, because some of the stuff was a little wonky and crazy. But overall, I think they got a good idea, a good concept. They just have to tweak it and make it right. Better, I guess.
Agreed. Yep. Well, before we dive into the second semifinal group, we do have a group of people from semifinal 1 that all qualified. And, Lana, I was fully prepared to come into this episode being like, oh boy, so many songs that we don't like qualified for the final. And you know what happened instead, Lana? We got our way. We got our way.
If you go back and listen to what we talked about in the last episode of this, everybody we said we wanted in the final are in this final. And
this is my top 5. This is my
we called Riker Lynch making it into the top 5 because I said he's gonna sneak in there. America likes him, and he gonna make it in there, even though the jury put him very low on their list. And I was like, last on their list, under New Boot Goofing. But okay, but I was like, okay, jury, whatever. Riker Lynch is making it in there, and lo and behold, period, because he gave a great performance last week. That performance was really good, and I felt it was finals worthy. So I'm happy to see him there. Not to mention Nico, period.
I'm genuinely surprised.
Me too.
We obviously love them. I was genuinely surprised we didn't see Houston. We didn't see Ada Leanne. We didn't see Jared Lee. I am kind of sad.
Yeah.
Jared sad, Lee and Jonah Prill were the two that I was like, oh. Yeah.
I knew we couldn't have them all.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I think Alabama was the one that I was like, I don't know if they're going to make it. I love them. I hope they make it. But when I saw their name pop up, I screamed. I literally screamed. I was like, yes!
Same.
So excited for Nico. So excited for Nico.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. If you watch, Alabama is where I am right now. And I was very excited for them. So I'm just thrilled. We already knew Alan Stone had already qualified. Yeah.
I was gonna say at least one of our states made it to the final. I'm cool with it.
Period.
I mean, Las Marias deserved much better than they got, but
they did. They deserved much better. They did, but you know what? They go get theirs in the end, regardless of this competition. But
I remember us saying too last week, Jordan Smith and Alexa were the ones that we were like, we're pretty certain. And then Riker Lynch and Nico were the two that we were like, we want them, but we just don't know.
Right. And
so happy.
I just want to say this podcast is superior to all podcasts because we knew exactly what was happening with this one. We called it. We did.
Now will we predict the qualifiers at a semifinal too? I doubt it because it genuinely could be any of one of these 11 songs.
I doubt
any of these 11 songs.
Yeah. Because this was tough. I'm still trying to figure out the rankings that I want to do because it's still very tough. Oh, it's very tough.
Well, let's dive into our semifinal 2 group, starting very, very strong with Puerto Rico, Christian Pagan, and Loco. Lana, what do you think of this second performance from Christian?
I think I liked this performance better than I liked his first one. And you know how much I liked his first one. I was like, I love the motorcycle. I love that he added that little part in. I love the dancers it was just, he looked amazing. The outfit he chose was great. I feel like they tried to set him up with him going first like that again. Like, wasn't he first the first time?
I think he was third close to first, fourth. I'm gonna look real quick, but
I don't know. But they tried to give him that, we'll forget about his performance. They tried to bury it, put him first, but I think
he was fifth.
Oh, okay.
He was fifth, yeah.
All right,
fifth in the running order.
Okay, but I think this performance was really good. I thought this performance was better than his first performance. He felt really comfortable this time around. Like I said, he looked amazing. I love those pants. They were great pants.
Yes.
I enjoyed this performance. I thought he gave me what I was looking for anyway, because I love this song. This song has been stuck in my head since the first time I heard it, and it's been in my head all this time now. So I enjoyed his performance very much.
I did as well. There was just a bit of a different tone to this performance that still very much so fit the song. I wrote serious, and I don't necessarily know if that's exactly the word I'm looking for, but it felt maybe, I don't want to say polished either, because the first performance was very polished, but there was just a different energy to the way that he performed this time as opposed to the first week. We also have to remember, this is for most of the people who are coming, like, I think 4 out of the 11 artists from this semifinal are all coming from week 1. I believe the only person from week 1 that was in last week was Nubu Gufin, and, like, who cares about him? He's gone forever.
Right.
And so they've had a really long time to sort of adapt and see, or Alexa performed last week, never mind.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to see something very, very different from Christian. I loved the dancers. I thought his vocals were very, very solid.
Very solid.
I will say I liked this performance better than the first one, but I almost felt it was a tad lower energy. I think I think now that I'm, like, verbalizing it, with the first performance, it was very good, but it felt a little frantic in some places where like he had a lot of nerves and it was like the excitement of being in the first week of the American Song Contest, where I feel like this one, like you talked about, Lana, he kind of really settled into the performance and like the dancing was good, everything was good. A great way to start the semifinal.
Very good. Very good. I was very much happy with his performance. And like, yeah, he just seemed more comfortable. Like, this is the Christian you get. If he, like, the last performance was the first day of the tour, and you know, we got all that. And then this performance was like midway through the tour where everything just clicked right. It was just perfect. And whoever got those shows from that point on got the polished good. It was, like you said, it was polished. It was very much a polished performance. He had all that time from week 1 to this week to polish it up, work on his vocals, work on calming his nerves, work on that stage. Like, his staging was beautiful. Like I said, the motorcycle coming out, it was great. It was just good. So I think, like you said, this was his very much polished performance, and we saw a very polished Christian Pagan, which I don't mind that at all.
No. I also loved the flagography at the end of the performance with the dancers, and everybody had the Puerto Rican flag. This was just fun in every possible way, and I really like this.
I did too.
Will he make it to the final? Who knows? Again, any one of these 11 people could make it at this point.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah. So, following up that pretty high energy performance, we go into North Carolina. John Morgan right in the middle. And
you know what? I like this performance better than his first performance as well. I did.
I think I agree with you, but not by much.
I mean, it wasn't like, I'm not saying he deserves finals, but I think this is another one who maybe was a little nervous the first time, and then the second time he was very much in his groove. Like, I liked him better with no hat. Okay, let me just say that. Just let your hair fly.
I think I liked him better with a hat. I think I liked him better with I don't know.
I like him better with no hat. But you know, it's whatever.
Sure.
I think, you know, I think this song grew on me more than I thought it would, because I'm like, I listened to the song and I'm like, okay, I get the lyrics now. I'm listening to the lyrics of the song. I get the message of this song, and I love how he's like, look, have you moved on? Because right now I'm still in the middle. I'm right in the middle of loving you and trying to move on. I'm stuck in this middle, and you could have moved on and happy with your life. I don't know what to do with that. And so I'm like, oh, this message. I love the message in the song. I think he's a great songwriter. I really do. Because I think after listening to the words and actually paying attention to the lyrics, I'm like, those are some good lyrics. Those are some deep lyrics. Like, I might not have like picked that up from his performance. Maybe he just seems too laid back, too comfortable for me. But after listening to it and like really, really paying attention to the lyrics, it's like, oh, this message though. Oh, okay. So I think he's a really good songwriter. I think this song was still very much in the middle for me. Very safe, very calm, very right in the middle.
I definitely agree with you as far as the lyrics are concerned, because I did sit down and look at the lyrics for all of the songs in the semifinals, even Nuga Goofin, and it was a disaster. But I definitely agree with you that I think he's a great songwriter, and I hope that he continues to get like songwriting work in Nashville or wherever he decides to pursue his music, or in North Carolina, whatever. My biggest difficulty with this performance specifically, I wrote the word bland. And I think it's just because, like, I am a big fan of country music. I really like, and there's a way about country artists that kind of captivate you and bring you into this story, because country music is a lot about the story and what's the message and what all of that kind of stuff in a way that we'll talk about. I mean, his direct comparison being Tyler Braden. We'll talk about him later on. I just felt as though I didn't really get any charisma from John Morgan in this performance. He did not smile one time. Not that this is necessarily a song where you need to be smiley, happy, whatever, but I didn't believe him. I wrote that as well. I didn't believe this performance in a way that, like, I think I believed his first performance a little bit, but there were a lot of nerves, and I'm not the biggest fan of this song. I'll be honest, just overall. I will say I really like his vocal.
Mm-hmm.
I think his vocal was a lot stronger in this performance. He was able to use his twang in a way that captivated me in certain moments. But overall, just like his stage presence, I don't think he moved more than 3 inches from the one spot that he was in the middle of the stage. And I would have loved a little bit of like body movement. And I don't necessarily know what specifically, but it just all kind of felt a little too safe for this level of the competition.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at with it.
I agree.
But I definitely agree. The song itself is written beautifully.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the song itself is beautiful. I just don't think him singing the song makes the song. Like I feel like if he Jason Aldean, like if he gives it to Jason Aldean,
sure,
or give it to like
I was gonna say Luke Bryan.
Maybe a Luke Bryan. I'm not a really big
fan
of
Luke Bryan. Or like a Chase Rice, a Dan and Shay. This feels like a Dan and Shay song now that I'm thinking about it more.
Or even like a what's the dude's name? Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about him. What is his name? Oh, where's the cowboy hat? That's not saying much.
Well, that kind of narrows it down just a little.
That's not narrowed down to like 2 people. Oh my God. Okay, it's gonna come to me in the middle of this thing.
We'll talk about it at some point later. Honestly, I could even see someone like Luke Combs singing this song.
I don't know him. Oh my God.
Do you know the song Hurricane? Hit Me Like a Hurricane. That's him. Well, he's fine, whatever. There's a lot of artists I could see singing this, and I think it would be a lot better just because they have that thing. Like, even if I don't like specific like male country artists for the most part.
Okay, do you watch the CMAs?
Yes.
Who hosts the CMAs with Carrie Underwood a lot?
Oh, oh Lord.
What is that man's name?
Oh Lord Jesus.
They even got a song together.
Is that not Jason Aldean?
No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Is it Luke? It's Luke Bryan.
No, it's not.
Oh God, I don't know.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's
gonna come to me. This is gonna drive me nuts, but I'm gonna find out.
I feel like
But good Lord, it's like up the tip of my tongue and I cannot spit it out.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. You keep thinking, you keep talking. I'm about to find this out because it's gonna drive me nuts.
Oh no. Because the 2021 CMAs was hosted by Luke Bryan.
No.
Oh, Brad Paisley.
Brad Paisley. That's who I was thinking about. Okay.
Yeah, Jesus. Brad Paisley.
Rice. I'm like, I know him and Carrie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If Brad Paisley sang this song, it'll be a great song.
Absolutely.
That's who I was thinking about. I do like him. I'm sorry, Mr. Paisley. I do like you and I enjoy your music. I just came home from work and I'm tired. So sorry, Mr. Brad Paisley.
It's been a long day and the universe is working against us today. It's all
very much so. But you're an awesome talent, Mr. Paisley.
Yes. We love Brad Paisley here.
We do love Brad Paisley here. But okay. So yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree. Brad Paisley on this song. Yeah. I'm here for it. I'd love it. Party. All right. Moving on, next up is Kansas, Broderick Jones with Tell Me. This was also much better than the first performance.
Agreed.
Do
I think he deserved the top spot half the show? No, I do not.
Do I think he should have been second in the jury ranking? Absolutely
no, I do not. Absolutely not. And you know me, y'all know I root for the black people. That's just what I do, and I'm very happy for him. But I don't think it's well deserved.
Is he the only black person in the titles?
Because Tennille is American Samoan, so yeah,
she's Samoan, yeah,
he is. And I think that
we have a lot of people of color.
Yeah, but I think we're about to lose half of them. We're about to lose half of them. But
we have one right now. We have two technically in the final. Technically,
Cole and me,
and then
Alabama, and then Alexa is a person of color. Yes.
So
that's it so far.
Yep. There's a good amount of them in this semi comparatively.
It's
We're
very
really about
interesting.
to have a white man win this whole thing. We're really about to have a white man.
Yeah, we are. And if it's the right white man, I will be okay with it. But it got to be the right.
I think there's three. I think that I'd be happy with at this point.
Oh, it's a few that I would be.
That's a lie. 4. There's 4 I'd be happy with at this point.
White men?
Alan Stone, Riker Lynch, Jordan Smith, or Greg Kanoki.
Okay, yeah. Those would be the 4 white men I would accept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Broderick Jones. I thought this was a good performance comparatively. I don't think it was anything. I wrote down my number one thing with this. There's nothing groundbreaking about this song or this performance for me.
Right.
And that's kind of how I felt the first time he performed. I was like, this is a good song, but there's nothing like out there about this other than like the drop, which is cool, but feels kind of out of place still.
Yeah.
I also don't love that he didn't really change the staging much.
Right.
If at all.
This is, you know what it is for me? I don't remember his first performance. That's how it just didn't affect me at all. And this performance, I watched the show this morning, and I don't remember his performance now.
I remember the moon. The moon, I remember from his first performance.
There was a
lot of
but that was the same thing. That was the same.
I think it was the exact same stage.
It was the exact same. I do remember that.
And
let me tell you how I remember that. It's because they showed it in the package that he had the moon in his first performance. And so then when they showed the second performance, I said, the same moon.
Yeah. Yeah, it just, the difficulty too is there was a lot, I felt like there was a lot more fog and the lights were a little different to where half the performance you couldn't even see him.
I just didn't get it. I didn't get it.
I thought his vocal was great. And like he hit the high notes this time, which he didn't really hit in the first performance. So I was happy to see that. But overall, it was kind of just meh for me.
Same.
Which is unfortunate because I like this. I like the studio version of this song. But
I just thought it was meh because I was like I said, it wasn't a memorable song for me. Well, memorable performance. Like you said, I liked the studio version of this song. I thought the studio version of the song was really nice. I would listen to it on Spotify every week or whatever other platforms I decide to listen to. I'll listen to it. But like the performance itself, I don't remember. It just seemed very stale, very much like very lackadaisical. It was slacky.
Yes. There was one shot, like one close-up of him where he like smiled a bit and was like, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot you're hot too. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. But yeah, this was just kind of meh.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of stuff was kind of bleh this today. Oh, some of
I
these
agree.
performances were kind of meh.
We'll talk
I
about
don't.
someone that we'll talk about someone that dropped way down in my rankings that I was surprised. But
Okay.
let's move along. Give me that green light, green light. I was so happy. Anissa did so much better than her first performance, and I was so happy to see it.
I I I I have to say I really liked her performance this week. I liked her look. I liked the staging. I can't remember if the staging was the same because I don't remember her staging from the last time.
It was a little different. There were some subtle changes.
Okay, because I could not remember her performance from the first one, but I did like her performance today. Was it like, did it make me jump off my seat and like lose my mind? No, but it was way better than what I
Yes.
remembered. She sounded great.
Yes.
She looked great.
Yes.
I'm glad she's back.
Me too.
I'm glad she came back in the wild card. I think she deserved to come back. She just did really well. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were a lot of subtle changes. The basics of it were the same. The frame, like the cube framing in the background, was the same. The like green lights in the intro were the same. But she added these really cool holographic effects that when they did the pan out and it was just like the top view of the stage, all of that holographic stuff was new, and I loved that. There were more dancers on stage, and I really liked that. My biggest thing was coming out of the first performance, because I love this song. I listen to it very regularly. And I was just hopeful that her vocal was going to be better and that she had a lot more control with her breathing. And
Yeah,
she
did
didn't.
not.
Oh.
It was okay. It was
better than the first performance. It
okay.
wasn't great.
I'll give you that.
It was improved. I feel like she got a little bit better with the dancing and the singing together. And she brought, I noticed she brought a couple of those, like the big, give me that green light. Like she brought those a little bit down into an octave that's a little bit more comfortable for her for movement.
Yes.
Which I thought was a very smart decision to make.
Look, when you know your voice, and when you know when your voice is tired, and when you know when your voice can handle stuff, it's very imperative. Like, it's somebody in this week who I've expected to know, and they did, but she knew where her voice range was going to be that day, and she adjusted, which I love and I appreciate.
Yeah, but I thought overall this was much stronger than her first performance. Do I think she will qualify? I mean, genuinely, I think anyone could, but I don't think she will. But I was very happy to see her make it because I do think she deserved it.
Agreed.
There were a couple others, maybe, Elizabeth Von Presley, Keone Starr, some people that, Las Marias, if you will, that got left behind that maybe could have taken her spot. But overall, I was very happy to see her in the semifinals. Especially being someone of Albanian heritage who is a fan of Eurovision. That made me really happy. So
agreed.
Very happy to see Anissa here. We move to North Dakota. Chloe Fredericks, Can't Make You Love Me.
I'm going to let you go first because I know how you feel about this song.
So this is, by far, in the studio version, my favorite song of the year. No questions asked. This is my favorite song of the year. I was disappointed. I a little bit. Just a little bit. I loved the addition of having two more people on the physical stage with her. I thought that was really good. I liked the performance overall. I really liked it. I think she's an amazing human. I've fallen in love with her. I liked the addition of the two people. Everything just kind of felt exactly the same to me. There were some very, very small, minor changes. But if I'm going to critique John Morgan for not really doing anything completely different with his staging, and if last week I'm going to critique Jared Lee for not really doing anything different, then I'm gonna apply that critique here to Chloe Fredericks as well. I thought the vocal was much stronger in this performance. But I just wanted, I don't know, I just wanted a little bit more something that was her. And the song is very her. So obviously, like, that carries itself, and the song definitely carries the performance. I just wanted just something a little bit different. Here.
Okay.
I don't know. Just something was missing, and I can't really put my finger on it.
Okay. So maybe this is me. Maybe I don't pay attention enough that I thought I paid attention.
Okay.
Because I honestly really like this performance.
Oh, good.
This moved up in the rankings for me. Maybe I really paid attention to it this time around that I didn't pay attention to last time, because I thought she was phenomenal. Her vocals were amazing to me. And I was like, I like this. And I paid attention to this song. I really like this song. I understood where you were coming from with this song. And I was like, okay, I get it.
Yay.
I get it. I really like this song. I loved her staging. I loved the drop in the floor effect that they did for when she got to her
that
last.
Was so good. That was so good.
So good. I was like, that made me remember everything about this. Like, that was such a good thing. I enjoyed, like, I felt like with this song and that staging, like, she didn't have to move. Like, she didn't have to do a whole lot because the song itself was carrying it. And, like, I feel like the thing with John Morgan and the difference between John Morgan and with her performance, like, his song is such a slow ballad, and, like, you want him to, he felt like he didn't have to do anything, which usually a ballad you don't, but he's so laid back, it was just too chill. But with her, she didn't have to move because she didn't move because she didn't have to. And but the energy of the song drove the performance for me. And then the staging helped drive that performance. I absolutely loved it. And like I said, you know how I felt about it last time. It wasn't as memorable for me.
We both come around on each other's favorites. Like, truly, we have.
Truly, because it was like, I really did enjoy it. I was like, okay, Miss Fredericks, Chloe, I see you. I hear you. I feel like this is a song that I would listen to more now than I did the first time. So I enjoyed it. Good. I really, really did. And you will see it in my rankings how much I enjoyed it.
I think I'm just hypercritical because this is my favorite. I think that's what it is. I want to clarify. I love this performance. I love her. I think she's great. There just was a little. I don't know. I liked the floor breaking through moment. I thought that was cool. I don't know. There's just. I don't know. Maybe. I think it would have been really cool had she done something. With the background and with the LED panels to reference her indigenous heritage, maybe. I don't know. And the song does that a little bit with the way the instrumentation goes. I don't know. I think I'm just hypercritical. Because I mean,
you like the song. You like the song, and so you want it more. You want it. Yeah. Look, and I agree. As much as I did, you know how I felt about Alan Stone's song. I love it, love it, love it. It will always be my favorite song. If he comes next week and does the same thing that he did last week, and then the week before, then I will be very critical about it. Like, this is the finals, dude. I need you to step it up. Yeah. So if Chloe makes it to the finals, Chloe needs to step it up.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Maybe even like a different color. I liked the red, but it was the same red as last time. And the overall, and I like the red, but
you know what I wonder? I wonder if they have much control over the production of it all. Like, I really think they do, or they should, because it's their song and they have to present it. They have to present it the way they have to. But I wonder if they think if we have to keep it the same way, or I don't know. I would try to change it up, but who knows?
Yeah. Because all I know, I don't know anything specifically about the way that ASC is being produced, but I know with Eurovision, every country has their own delegation, and so the artist does get a say. But then it also comes down to part of what the delegation wants and what the broadcaster thinks would be a good way to represent the country, and so there's a lot of different factors at play. But ultimately, the artists do get a lot of say into how everything is staged and whatnot. Sometimes more than others, but no, I loved this performance. It was great. I love her. I love this song. I love everything about it. This is just great. So we go from Chloe to good old Michael Bolton. It's Michael Bolton. He's back.
Beautiful Michael world. Freaking Bolton. Michael freaking Bolton. Okay. I was very shocked. I was very shocked to find out that Jesse Jessup co-wrote this song with Michael Bolton. Yep. I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, wait, this is sick. Not that he co-wrote a song with Michael Bolton, representing himself, but that he didn't get to go, but Michael Bolton's song. Either way, he still can win. Because he gonna get co-writing.
He could still win, technically.
He could still win. Jesse Jessup. I was like, what? I was very shocked.
I loved it, honestly.
You mean, look.
Yeah.
I'm from Illinois, so if Jesse Jessup gets some kind of recognition, it's still Illinois winning. So, and I'm happy with that too.
Yeah.
So, period. Go.
Yeah. I love it. I really liked this performance a lot more than the first one.
Okay.
And I wasn't, if we remember, back to week 1, I liked this song. I wasn't in love with this song, but I liked it. I really liked this performance from Michael Bolton. I really did. There was just something, I wrote that he felt just more comfortable. I think that was the biggest thing. He felt a lot more comfortable. I think the staging was a little less dramatic in a way that I think fit the message and theme of the song a lot better. I loved the choir coming out at the end. I thought that was lovely. The subtle changes that were made, I thought were very, very effective. And I thought he sounded phenomenal. He hit all of those high notes at the end, and he didn't do that at his first performance. So I was happy to see it. You go, Michael freaking Bolton.
I remember when I said that somebody who I expected to know better, knew better, and did what they were supposed to do. I'm talking about Michael freaking Bolton.
That's Michael Bolton.
Because Michael Bolton, he knows his voice. And it was a part in that song where he hit the high note, but he realized he wasn't comfortable, and he switched it right then and there and started doing the alto part of that song, and it sounded beautiful. Like
amazing.
He sounded beautiful. And then he got himself together where he took that breath, and he knew when he can get back to that high note again, and he hit it. Like he wasn't straining. He felt himself strain a little bit, and he started going lower, and then he adjusted the end where he was like, I'm not going to keep hitting these high notes. I'm going to adjust it and make it. Yep. My sister, Courtney, she does that. Y'all don't know her. Y'all ain't never heard her sing before, but she's an amazing singer, and she just knows when to change it up to fit her and make it sound beautiful. I envy her because sometimes I'll be straining and thinking I can hit something and like, ooh, no, you can't. And I don't adjust it properly in time. She knows how to do that. Michael Bolton did that. He just sounded so good. I think I enjoyed this performance a lot more than I did the first one as well. I think he got comfortable. I just love, first of all, he's Michael freaking Bolton.
Michael freaking Bolton.
You can't go wrong with Michael Bolton. And the song is beautiful. He just performed it beautiful.
Mhm.
I just switched some things around because talking about it, the more I talked about it, the more
I've been switching the whole time, so don't
me too. I've been
worry.
switching back and forth and switching around. But Michael Bolton did amazing with the song. Is he gonna make it to finals? I don't know.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen in this wide open field because I feel like this field is wide open for anybody to make it to the finals.
Literally,
because all these songs are good. All of these songs are good songs.
Yeah.
I just feel like this field is wide open and very diverse with so many different sounds. So you just never know who America's going to like, honestly. But Michael Bolton did an amazing job tonight. That yesterday was this performance was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we move from Michael Bolton to Grant Kanoki, Texas, Mr. Independent. This is the single best performance that has happened at the American Song Contest. Period. End of story.
Grant Kanoki is a phenomenal performer.
That's a superstar.
He is a superstar in the making. Even though, and this is the thing, his first performance was freaking flawless. And this performance, he did very subtle changes and made it even more flawless than before. It's sickening. He looked so good. He looks
so my God, when he unbuckled that thing and then
oh my God. It was everything you want in a pop song. And as he put it, dark pop. He just is a pop superstar. He knows what he's doing. He performs so well. I was like, oh, Grant, you are doing Texas so proud.
Yeah. I have not been that turned on by a performance at the American Song Contest thus far. There were feelings that were felt in that moment. Just every single thing about this is a winner. It's there. I'm putting it up there. This is a winner.
Didn't I say that the first week when he performed? I think this is a winner pick. This is a winner song.
I think it was something along the lines of this has the makings, but the fact that he got, I'm going to talk about it for just a second. 8th in the jury. 8th. 8th.
8th. I don't.
They scored John Morgan's ass higher than this song.
I don't know what they're looking for in this jury, but they are seriously lacking talent. Or this song is not just a great performance song. I can hear this song on any pop radio station across the country
right now,
over and over again right now. Like, who wouldn't be jamming to this song? Like, freaking Kelly was like, I want to sing a duet with this man. And Kelly Clarkson is freaking Kelly Clarkson. So, like, what? Like, what are you? I don't. 8th? You look at that performance.
Wait,
and you say 8th?
Let me double check. It was 8th. I know it's somewhere low.
So it was definitely 8th or 7th.
The outrageous qualified. 8th. Yeah.
Yeah. You look at that performance. That man gets on that stage, did what he did, and you say 8th?
You put Broderick Jones 2nd. Are we sure that we just didn't switch Kansas and Texas? I know they're right next to each other. Like, did we not just swap those accidentally? Like,
8th. In what world is that song 8th?
the world we're living in, apparently.
It was so crazy. But for me, that song was perfect. He performed it perfectly.
There's not a single thing I would change.
Not a single thing. And if America does not vote him through, I would be very much annoyed and outraged.
Yeah.
Very much annoyed and outraged.
Well,
because let me just say, they put the best performances back to back. I'm putting it out there.
I would say, honestly, back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
I mean, North Dakota into Connecticut, into Texas, let's talk about California.
Oh.
At least they got a half decent jury placement that they deserved.
Yeah. They should have been first or over
second.
They should have been over Broderick, and they should have been over the first place one. I'm just saying. Like,
agreed.
But Texas,
we'll get to that other one in a second. But Sweet Taboo, again, subtle changes that made a hell of a difference. My favorite part of this whole performance, and I remember when we talked about California the first time, my biggest thing was in that first chorus, they had so much going on and it blocked the ladies, and I had an issue with it. This time, they kept the camera in one spot. They had everyone so beautifully moving in and out of frame. It was so good. The rap was phenomenal as it was last time. The vocals were spectacular. They looked amazing.
Sweet Taboo are just sweet. And I don't know if they taboo for anybody else. They just sweet. I loved this performance. I loved their first performance, and I loved this performance. I agree with you. The way that they changed it up, where they don't have a lot of busyness happening in their first few frames, great. Because
it was busy, but it was like beautifully busy.
It was busy with just them. Like, they knew how to switch and move. Like, the first, I loved. And I also love the fact that they changed their lighting with their outfits. Yes. Because the first time it was all pink and they were all pink. This time it was blue and they were all blue. I love those subtle little things. Yep. And it was like, give me something different, a little bit different, without making it a whole new different performance. And they did that.
Yeah. They a little bit of different that I think I wanted from Chloe Fredericks. Just slight changes that I'm like, oh, that's different. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, okay. Yes, this was everything beautiful, perfect. I love that there were more people on stage as well.
Me too.
I don't normally love that there's more people on stage between performances, but I thought this was so expertly done in that way. In a very similar way, we talked about Christian Pagan, but I thought he brought more people onto his stage and it worked very efficiently. I thought this was also a great representation. They better make it to the final. They better
make finals. They better make finals because they deserve to be there, because you can't get any better than what they did. You can't get any better than what they did. So I'm very happy with Sweet Taboo. They're amazing, and they deserve to be in the finals. This performance was amazing. They looked beautiful. Oh my God, those girls look stunning. Their face is never declining. Like, they always give you the face, and it's beautiful. Sweet Taboo, I love them.
In a way that I think like Anissa kind of maybe lost her facial expressions a little bit in her performance. Sweet Taboo did not.
They're amazing. They're freaking amazing. I love them.
Yeah. Let's go to Tennessee. Tyler Braden, 17. I called it last week. He won the jury selection. Nobody's surprised because he was the only jury winner in this field. I'm just not surprised in the slightest. Here's what I'll say. I liked this performance a lot more. This song is growing on me.
I thought it was the same performance.
Sure. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't think that. There were just everything about the staging was the same. Everything about the instrumentation, the same. What I found just slightly different and I liked is I believed this performance from him in a way that I didn't believe that first performance. I just felt a little bit more emotion coming out of him. His voice broke in certain moments and you could like hear the emotion. His twang was a little bit different. I'm not saying this is my favorite song by any means of the imagination, but I thought this was a much better performance than the first time for me.
I thought it was the same performance. I heard nothing different. I just thought it was the same. Everything about it. I still liked what I did like. I liked from the first performance. I liked the and it had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with his guitar player. I thought his break was amazing. I was like, "Oh, that boy is playing that guitar. You better play. You better play." He killed that. And he did the same thing. The film scroll on the stage. I'm like, it's the same thing.
It's cute, whatever. Yeah,
it was cute. It's the same. I feel about this song like I felt about it last time. I was like, this song is, It gave me Strawberry Wine, Dina Carter, and I'm like, heard it before, did it all. It was, it was.
I will say the other big thing for me is like the big 17. I'm not hitting the right like pitch that he did, but the big long note. There was a lot for me, at least. There was a lot more power behind that than in the first time because it kind of fell off. And I watched the first performance back because I was like, is that a change? Was that different? And it felt different to me. So I preferred this one, but a lot of the things were the same. Completely agree with you on that.
Yeah. This is the thing. When you have to compare, when you have people in this heat that you can compare it to, like John Morgan's right in the middle with is what you compare his 17 to. And vocally, I felt like John Morgan's was better vocally, but I feel like, and I think vocally it was better, and lyricist wise it was better. Sure, I think Tyler gave more passion in the song than John Morgan did, but it was like, what do I like more, less, blah, blah, blah. And honest to me, I don't think I like this performance better than I liked this first one. But I think I like John Morgan's performance this time more than I liked his first one. And so it's just I don't know. I didn't feel like he deserved to get the jury vote the first time, and I don't think he deserved to get the jury vote this time. But we knew he probably would because he was the only person
jury winner.
Jury winner, and they seemed to love him the first time. It's like, why didn't they put him in the one with all the jury winners like they did everybody else? Like, why was he the only one in this one? Why didn't they switch it up?
Because then Alexa would have gotten 6th in the jury.
I mean, I feel like they should have moved a couple. Like Houston should have been here. Houston should have been here.
I think Houston should have been here. Honestly, if I were to change anything, I would have put Houston here, and I would have moved Tyler Braden there. I think I would have moved Ada Leanne here.
Yeah.
And I maybe would have moved, I don't know, maybe Stella Cole, I think is the one I maybe would have moved.
I would have moved Tyler. No, kept Tyler here. Moved Houston here. Yeah,
and
kept Tyler
out.
Right. I would have taken out like a
Michael Bolton, maybe?
maybe Michael Bolton, or even Broderick Jones, because
Sure.
who over there didn't have R&B over there either. But that's only because there's only
True.
one R&B over here. Well, you had Tennille, who was actually an R&B-ish
Yeah.
kind of. So I would have moved Broderick Jones to the first heat, moved
Sure.
Houston to this heat,
Sure.
and because
I think that would have
I
balanced lovely. Yeah.
don't think it was fair to have 4 or 3 jury vote winners in four in one, and then only have 1 in the second heat when Houston was the first week. So he could have come over here. You could have had
Broderick Jones was week 2. You could have had him
or
here.
Ada Lynn. Ada Lynn could have been over here.
Yeah.
And
well, then all of week 5 would have been in this one, so that was kind of the difficulty with that.
It just didn't seem right. It very much seemed like they rigged it so he can have an easy spot with the jury. So
I'm excited to see in the final when he finally has to face a public vote and just see what the hell happens.
I feel that same way about yet. I feel that way about him, and I feel that way about Alan Stone. It's going to be interesting to see when they have to actually face a public vote what's going to happen, because this public is loving some people who are not getting very much love from the jury. So
that happens in Eurovision sometimes too, and it's really interesting to see how disparate everything has been. But
I feel like people are kind of like, the jury is overhyping some people. Like, I feel like people think Alan Stone is very overhyped. Same thing I feel about with Tyler Braden. They feel like they're very overhyped, so they won't get the public vote because the public feels like you're overhyping somebody, which is possible, and it is what it is. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when now they have to face a public vote.
Yep, I agree. Well, we've got 2 more to do, and the first of those is going to be Stella Cole from Georgia, DIY. What did we think, Lana? You talk about that.
I liked this performance a little better than I liked her first performance. I felt like she was very much more in her zone. She wasn't as, all over the place. She was very much in the pocket. Of course, I like this song. I think it's just good. It's just a good song. But I felt like her first performance, she was a little much more all over the place. But this time, I felt she.
Oh no. Hello.
Yeah, Jonah. It just went away. I don't know how much they heard, but whatever.
I'll edit it out. It's all good.
So I enjoyed Stella. I liked her. I thought her performance this week was way better than her first performance. I felt she was more in the pocket, more comfortable. I liked her outfit. I liked how she looked. I think she realized she didn't have to dance as much because her dancers was doing that for her. So her vocals were better this time around. I enjoyed her performance. I really did.
I didn't.
Oh?
this is the one that I felt had sort of the biggest downgrade for me between performances. I definitely thought the vocals were good. She had a bit of an issue. Her and Tanel, we'll talk about it, but they both had a bit of an issue with their backing track. We had a few of those issues last week, and I didn't really notice it with anyone else in this semifinal except for these last two ladies. But that obviously not her issue, so not docking her on that. But there was an issue with that. Thought the vocal was good. My biggest thing is I just didn't find the spark from her first performance. It felt as though she was marking her performance, and I didn't feel like she was going all out. It just felt like her heart wasn't in it for me a little bit. I thought it was still good. I love this song. Love this song. But I just didn't get any of that, that magic that I got from her first performance.
I agree. I understand that.
Yeah. But I loved this look way better. The pink with the harness and the sneakers, love. She looked phenomenal. I just was missing something.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. So, last up, a great closer to the show, American Samoa, Tanel, Full Circle. Another example for me of someone who made a few minor changes, and it made for a great performance.
I love the song. I love Tanel. I really do. I think she had some issues vocally this time around, which I was heartbroken for, because I was like, oh, I really wanted this performance to be as good as her first one. But I think her staging is always beautiful. She looks freaking phenomenal. Like this dress, the hair, the headpiece. Oh,
love that red color on her looks so good.
Oh, she was glowing, like literally glowing on that stage. She looked amazing. For the most part, her vocals were really good. It was just certain parts that it was like,
there were one or two sharp moments that I was like, oh no.
I was like, oh no. But her staging was beautiful, and like you said, the little subtle changes that she made was great. It looked
the lyrics on the background, I really, really liked that touch this time. I think the biggest thing for me, I could tell she was having a lot more fun in this performance. She felt very comfortable on that stage. I felt that energy. I felt that like pure just joy coming from her, because I don't know exactly her thought process going into this contest, but I would wager to guess that maybe she thought, I'm going to represent my territory. Great, cool. I'm probably not going to make it any further than just the 1 week that I'm in, but great. And she's ended up in this semifinal, rightly so, because she's a phenomenal performer. And so this time, just going in and being like, I'm just going to have fun with this, and I'm just going to do whatever I want to do, and I think that accounts a little bit for the sharp moments, and I think that kind of, it's understandable given the performance, but I love her. I love her.
I do. I listen to this song on a regular basis because I just love her. I love this song. I think it's a great song, and the lyrics are beautiful, beautiful. And as somebody who's lost somebody in their life, it's just like, this is so beautiful, and it's it just makes you happy. It makes you smile and realize,
pray for the ones that we've got and blessed by the ones that we've lost. Like truly just
like, you know what? I'm just going to be thankful for the ones that I lost, be blessed by their life. And then I'm just going to be thankful for the friends and the family that I have. It's just beautiful. I love the song. I don't care if she makes it to the finale or not. I just think she's a beautiful soul, and this is a beautiful song. If she makes it to the finals, great. It's just amazing. If she don't,
I hope that at least either her or Christian Pagan makes it. I want to see a territory represented at the very least. I think either or both of them could qualify.
Yeah.
But like we've been saying this whole episode, genuinely any of the 10 people that aren't already qualified could.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a combination of 4 of them, and I honestly don't know who it's going to be.
Right.
But, well, like we talked about, Tyler Braden automatically qualified to the final, whatever, woo. Moving on. Anyway. Shall we do some rankings, Lana?
Sure, let's do some rankings, because
cool.
I'm interested to see if our rankings match up or not.
I don't know. I really don't.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna have some good ones, some close ones together, or how we say.
I think our top 3 is the same.
Oh yeah. Oh, I definitely think our top 3 is the same.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe.
I'm pretty confident. Well, I was confident last time, and then I wasn't. But would you like to start, love?
Yes, I'll start. And my last place ranking is Tyler Braden. I just found it to be meh.
Sure.
And yeah.
Well, along those same lines, my number 11 is going to be right in the middle.
You can leave that up because that's my next one. He was my number 11. It was back and forth, but I felt like I liked his song more than I liked the other song.
Sure. And I liked Tyler Braden more. Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, that's how it happens with us. That's just how it is.
That's just how it is. What is this? 10?
9.
9 is Broderick Jones. It just didn't do it for me like I wanted it to do it for me.
You can go ahead and leave that up, Lana. Yep. That's my number 9.
Yeah. This is where I get a little funky for me. This is where I'm like, oh, I hate.
This is where all of the other performances and songs are good.
But you have to rank them where you gotta rank them, and it's like, ooh. But I do. Everybody from this point on, I really liked. It's just where they ended up.
I agree.
My number 9
8
or 8.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
I liked her, but it's just where it was.
No, I get that. I understand that. My number 8, I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of really sad. It's DIY.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can leave that up because that was my number 7.
Lana, would you like to know what my number 7 is?
Is it Anissa?
It's Anissa. God.
Oh gosh. Oh, good.
Yeah, it was a great performance. I'm so happy to see her here, but it just didn't stack up.
This one makes me sad.
Oh no.
Because I hate that it's already right now. But it's
no.
I love this song.
But
the performance was a little. But I love her so much. That's what makes me sad because, I just
I get it. No, I absolutely do. My number 6 is gonna be Michael frickin' Bolton.
You can leave that up because Michael freaking Bolton is my 5. I love Michael freaking Bolton, and I loved his performance. This performance was he was very solid and very good, and it just I just love this performance.
My number 5 is Tanel. This is sick. This is sick.
So sick.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Number 4.
Okay. So this might surprise people, but my number 4 is Loco.
Whoa! Wow!
I loved it, but I loved others a little bit more. But I want Christian Pagan in the finale. I want you see where he is. That he makes it in. If I was the only one judging, he would make it in.
Absolutely.
But I love it.
Well, and so would Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can leave that up. My number 4 is also Loco.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we might have the same top 4.
I think we have the same top 4. Okay, because my number 3 is North Dakota. She killed it for me. I enjoyed it very much.
That makes me so happy. Oh, I love that.
I've come around. I liked this performance. I like this song. I don't know if it's her story that I listened to, but I just like the song. Yeah,
it's one of those few songs in this contest that grabbed me from the first moment I heard it. Just spectacular.
Do we leave it there?
Oh yeah, this is my number 3. Yep.
Okay.
And I know we have the same top 2.
I know we have the same top, and it might be in the same order.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Because my number 2, by a very slim margin,
is California. Yep. Yeah. Slimmest
margin ever.
Yep. I completely agree. It's
and our number 1.
It has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be. He
just did what needed to be done with this performance. And you improve a performance that was already great and you just make it even greater. You can't. That's why when the jury said what they said and they put him at 8th, I was like, what performance were you watching, jury? What performance?
Unless there was a jury performance where he messed up, like that's really the only instance where I can think like.
I don't know what
if that's the case, then fair, but it just doesn't make sense given the performance that we watched.
Right, I just don't get it. Don't get it. I mean.
But it doesn't matter because Riker Lynch qualified from 11th in the jury. So who knows?
Who knows? I feel like we said, this field is wide open.
It's any combination of these 10 remaining songs. Genuinely.
I genuinely won't be surprised by anybody at this point. Because like last week, I was very surprised with some of them. Like when Alabama got in there, I was like, whoa, great.
Alabama and Colorado.
I was like, whoa. Great, happy that they got in, but very shocked. But I just feel like this one is so wide open, anybody could get in. It just depends on who America said they like the most, and I feel like the voting is going to be very slim on it. It's going to be close for everybody. Yeah. So I hope people got their votes in. Because
I didn't.
Oh no!
Well, I didn't realize the votes because I normally watch everything Tuesday morning, and then I vote Tuesday morning, and votes had already closed by the time I went to go vote, and I was like, ah. Yeah, I would have voted for everyone female though, for reference,
because they all need them. Because the jury don't like women apparently.
Right now, we only have one act that is only female. So.
Alexa.
And we have Danny from Nico.
Nico, but she needed a man to get there apparently. Because
I mean they're a great duo.
They're a great duo. No, they're a great duo. And I'm being facetious, but yeah. Of course, yeah. If we don't get another woman group, I said what I said, I will be very annoyed. If
there's gonna be another woman at the very least. Yes, I agree with you completely. But I feel like at the baseline, one of these women is going to qualify.
I think Chloe has a really good chance of getting in there, and I feel like Sweet Taboo definitely has a great chance of getting in there.
I think Stella also has a really great shot as well.
It's wide open. It's very much wide open, and
yeah. Don't count Anissa out either.
I won't count anybody out, honestly.
No. I'm not even counting out John Morgan.
I'm not either. I'm not counting out anybody. I feel like everybody is up. When we say this is a wide open field, I really, really mean it. I will not be surprised by anybody this week. Nobody getting in is going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe they got in. It's because it's just such an open field, very diverse field, and very much like great songs from everybody. So I wouldn't be surprised whoever makes it in, but it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. We get to find out who all made it in by Sunday.
So voting opens again on Sunday for the final, because we know that everything will be happening on Monday. So on Monday evening, we will know the winner. So the grand final vote opens on May 8th on Sunday. We will know who is happening. It's 4 days, 15 hours. So I think that's like midday on Sunday. Mid-afternoon, potentially.
Yeah, they said where they're going to announce it is going to be on Twitter and on
TikTok, probably, because they've been doing all the TikTok stuff.
Yeah, it was something else that they said, but I can't remember. But they're going to announce it earlier. They're going to announce it Sunday. So we'll find out who all is going to be in the finals on Sunday. So we here at the Cup have decided that we're going to give you all a treat. We're going to go live. No, not live. We're going to
I think we go live.
We're going to go live Sunday night. It's going to be a little later, but we're going to go live Sunday night.
There we go. I made this.
Period. And we're going to talk about all the finalists, and we're going to make our rankings on the finalists and what we think is, who should rank where or what out of all of these 10?
It'll be 10.
10. We'll get down to 10. So we're going to rank who we think is going to be on our 10. So yeah, about 11 Eastern, we're going to go live. If it's a little late, it'll be my fault because I'm working, but I should be home by then. But around that time, we're going to go live and we're going to talk about who are in the finals. Who shocked us? Probably nobody, because we already said nobody's going to shock us from this second. It could be anybody. But we're going to make our own rankings of who we feel like is who should win this show and where they should be ranked in the end. So join us Sunday, 11 Eastern, as we talk about the American Song Contest final pre-show.
And
then
we're giving y'all an extra treat.
Period.
Because to welcome in Eurovision / American Song Contest week, because, oh Lord, I'm going to be dead by the end of next week. We're going live Monday after the final happens, somewhere around 11 Eastern. Time zones are dumb and weird. But at some point around there, we will be live talking about the final of the American Song Contest. We will have a winner, and we'll be here talking all about it.
Yeah. We'll see if we'll decide if we're shocked by this winner or if we're happy or not.
Is white man going to win this contest? Probably.
Which white man will it be?
Riker Lynch.
Riker Lynch.
Or Jordan Smith. Or Grant Kanoki. Or Alan Stone. Those were all the white men that we said would be fine. Or, you know what? Michael freaking Bolton.
Michael freaking Bolton can win. I'll be okay with that too.
Sure.
We're sick. But you know what? Regardless who wins, whether we're happy about it or not, we're going to be here talking about it.
We sure will. Yep.
Join us on Sunday for the pre-show, and then on Monday for our final reactions, and we can finally say goodbye to American Song Contest because we have our winner.
And then I get to wake up real early the next morning, because the next day I don't have a banner for it, but if you are a fan of Eurovision, our good old Eurovision panel will be together next week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday after both the semifinals and the final, to dive into all of it. Maybe I can coerce Lana into watching the final and then joining us for the final, maybe, perhaps.
I mean, who knows?
It's a one-day engagement.
Who knows? Maybe I'll watch it and see how I like it.
Yay!
Maybe.
I would love it. But
you just send me a link and you tell me what to watch.
We might be watch partying up. Haven't decided yet. Not sure what we're doing with that yet, but
what time is that though?
So it airs. All 3 shows air 12 p.m. Pacific, so it'll be like 2 Eastern for you, or 2 Central.
2 a.m.
p.m.
while I'm working.
No tragedy. Saturday.
Oh well, I won't be working.
Saturday's the final. Saturday's the only one that really matters.
Oh well, then I won't be working Saturday at 2 p.m.
I will be. I'm excited for Tuesday because Tuesday's my birthday and it's also semifinal 1, and I will be drunk by 11 a.m. But anyway, American Song Contest.
American Song Contest. We're getting down to the wire, folks. So
it's almost over.
We're almost over. We made it through this
mess.
Because the internet did not love us today, but you know what? We made it work.
We sure did.
You know what to do on your way out. First of all, thank you for watching. We appreciate you very much. Subscribe and like and all that stuff on your way out. Follow us on Twitter at @thecup_reality to get all our scheduling and things like that. Logan, I'm sure we'll have a schedule for you for all of next week because we got a lot going on. And hopefully Logan will be here next week to, have to get into it. But it's okay.
Barely. I'll be hanging on by a thread, but
we're going to get through. We're going to get through it. We're going to love it. And, if you just want to follow some cool people, Logan and I, follow us on Twitter. We're all right.
I'm only really tweeting about Eurovision at the moment, so sorry, not sorry.
And Logan, after all the roughness, we got through it. So
we got
I say cheers to you,
cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Stand the women of the American Song Contest.
Or Alan Stone, either way. It's cool.
Or Grant Kanoki.
Or Grant
Smith.
Michael freaking Bolton.
Michael freaking